guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing yet again another one brand tutorial. Today's one brand tutorial is going to be my favorite, Wet n Wild. So almost all the products on my face are Wet n Wild except for my brows. I did my brows off camera, and I will have a link to my brow video right here. So my brows are the only thing that, my brows and my lashes, of course. So my lashes are Cocoa Lashes in Soho. So lashes, brows, not Wet n Wild. Everything else though, Wet n Wild. I'm not going to make this intro too long. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Hit the little red button at the bottom and it looks a lot like this. If you hit the bell next to it, you'll be notified every time that I upload a video. To see how I got this look, this Wet n Wild full face, make sure that you stay tuned and keep watching. So to start off, you see I've already done my eyebrows, so I'm going to go ahead and move in with the Wet n Wild Coverall primer. This primer claims to refine pores, fill in fine lines, brighten complexion, and even skin tone. I don't see any of that with this. It just feels like a lotion to me, so I'm not a big fan of that product. So to help it out, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray. And I don't know what was up with my nozzle, but yeah, it just sprayed all over my chest. So once I got the nozzle together, I use that to help prep my skin. So for foundation, I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Toffee Pecan. I have a review for this, which I will have linked in a card on my video. Yes, so my thoughts on this: I love this foundation. It's a great foundation, especially if you're going to be taking pictures. And for a drugstore foundation, it's really nice. So I went ahead and I wet my beauty blender, and I'm going to use that to blend in my foundation. And yeah, you all know how this goes. So we're just going to set all of that. Then for concealer, I usually use two different concealers. So I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, that's what it says. And I use the shade Tawny and the shade Light Medium Beige. And Light Medium Beige is the shade I use to brighten. So here I am using these two, and then I'm going to go back in with my beauty blender and blend that out. These are actually really nice concealers, especially for drugstore concealers. I'm not a big fan of the applicator, but I do feel like they do a great job of concealing and brightening. Next, I'm moving on to my contour, and this Wet n Wild contour stick smells like chemical, and it's really strong. Like every time I take the top off, it stinks. So this is the makeup stick in the shade Contour, and the color is Where's Walnut. So I'm going to use a, I don't know what this brush is called, it's a Luxie brush, but I'm using this to blend all that out. Now going back in with that warm beige, I'm going to use that as a primer on my eyelid. So I'm going to go ahead and blend that out with the beauty blender, and I'm going to set everything with this Wet n Wild pressed powder. This is in the shade Warm Beige, and this is just going to serve as my setting powder. So now for highlighting under the eyes, this is the contour palette, the Mega Glow Contour Palette by Wet n Wild, and this is in the shade Caramel Toffee. And I'm going to use this to brighten under my eye. I will also use this again a little later to bronze up my face, because it's a bronzing and highlighting duo. Back in with that pressed powder, I'm just lightly setting all of the cream products on my face, because I wasn't sure like how pigmented that color was. So now for the bronzing side of the Caramel Toffee Contour Duo, I'm going to go ahead and place that all over my forehead and on the high points of my cheeks. Not the high points, where I normally bronze, your cheekbones, hollows of your cheeks. There we go. the hollows. So these are the two choices that I had for eyeshadow. I've never used these, but the one I ended up using is called the Naked Truth. And I mean, this isn't something I would normally gravitate towards, but it does have the names listed in it, like what comes first and what comes second. So I'm using the base color as a base and to highlight my brow bone. And I'm using Wet n Wild brushes as well. Now I'm going into the crease color, which it's called Crease. That's the name in it. And I'm just going to place that on the crease. I'm pretty much going to follow the instructions in the eyeshadow palette, like I'm using the eyelid on the eyelid. The only one I didn't use is the one that's a brow bone, and that one is entirely too shimmery for me to use it on my brow bone, and that's just my personal preference. But I do use brow bone as an inner tear duct highlight. I really didn't like this eyelid color. It was not pigmented at all, but what can you do? Now, as you are familiar with, I do have an eyeliner routine, but this is the Mega Glow eyeliner by Wet n Wild that I use. It's a liquid liner. And now I'm moving on to blush. This is the shade Apri-Cot in the middle. And I'm just going to blend that all over my cheeks. This is a very subtle blush, so yeah, it was alright. For lips, I'm going in with Rebel Rose. This is their long-lasting liquid lipsticks, which you all know I absolutely love these liquid lipsticks. And just to help it blend better, I'm going in with Gone Burgundy, which is a Wet n Wild lip liner, and it's from their Mega Glow line, but I absolutely love it. And to set our face, I'm going back in with that Photo Focus setting spray. And for highlight, you guys know I love highlight. So this is Precious Petals. It's a very famous highlight by Wet n Wild. And I'm just going to go ahead and place it on the top of my cheekbones, my Cupid's bow, a little bit above my forehead and on my nose. And that's pretty much it. And to spice it up a little bit, I'm using this Wet n Wild blue mascara. It's called their Color Icon Mascara. And this is in the shade 34830. There's no name, so. But yeah, that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Please make sure that you subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. Until next time, my beauties, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Stay blessed.